B vitamins are often marketed as the ultimate brain boosters, the neuroprotective allies that keep cognition sharp, nerves firing, and moods buoyant. And there's truth to that. Vitamins B3, niacin, B6, pyridoxine, and B12, cobalamin are central players in brain metabolism, neurotransmitter synthesis, and the prevention of neurodegenerative diseases. They help produce serotonin, dopamine, norepinephrine, and maintain the integrity of the myelin sheath that protects nerve fibers. On the surface, they look like perfect candidates for lifelong supplementation, especially in an aging world concerned with memory loss and cognitive decline. But these same B vitamins, heroes in the brain, can behave quite differently once they drift south to the cardiovascular system. While they're still essential there, in high doses they have the unnerving capacity to nudge the body into pro-inflammatory or pro-oxidative territory, especially when consumed chronically through supplements or fortified foods. In the tug-of-war between cognitive support and cardiovascular risk, the brain-heart axis reveals its paradox. The same nutrients that protect neurons may, in surplus, quietly sabotage vascular function. Let's start with vitamin B3, or niacin. It has a long clinical history as a lipid-lowering agent. Pharmacologic doses reduce LDL, increase HDL, and lower triglycerides, a dream come true for anyone watching their cholesterol. Niacin also supports the brain by helping generate NAD+, the cellular fuel for DNA repair and energy production, which is especially important in aging neurons. But as discussed earlier, niacin's breakdown products, especially for PY-N-methyl, 2, pyridone 5-carboxamide, have been implicated in endothelial dysfunction and VCM1 upregulation, both of which contribute to vascular inflammation. Over time, this can promote atherosclerosis, even as cholesterol levels improve. Essentially, the brain loves niacin's contribution to mitochondrial energy, but the blood vessels aren't too happy about its metabolic leftovers. Then there's vitamin B6, another vital player in brain chemistry. It's necessary for the synthesis of neurotransmitters like GABA, serotonin, and dopamine, key for mood regulation, sleep, and stress resilience. B6 also assists in homocysteine metabolism, a process often linked to lower risk of both cognitive decline and heart disease. But surprise, in high doses, B6 has been linked to neurotoxicity, not just vascular stress. People taking large amounts, often over 100 milligrams per day, have developed sensory neuropathies, experiencing numbness, tingling, and burning sensations. In the vascular system, excess B6 may disrupt smooth muscle tone and contribute to oxidative stress. While the brain needs just a few milligrams daily, megadosing can overwhelm the system and flip the switch from neuroprotection to neural irritation. Vitamin B12 is perhaps the most beloved of the trio, especially in plant-based nutrition circles where deficiency is common. It's essential for DNA synthesis, red blood cell formation, and preventing megaloblastic anemia. In the brain, B12 deficiency is associated with cognitive impairment, memory loss, and even psychiatric symptoms like depression and paranoia. It also plays a key role in homocysteine clearance, a major link between brain and heart health. However, the trouble with B12 comes not from deficiency, but from excessive supplementation, often at pharmacologic doses, 1,000 micrograms or more daily. Some recent studies have linked high serum B12 levels, not from diet, but from heavy supplementation, to increased all-cause mortality, particularly in populations with underlying cardiovascular disease. Excess B12 has been observed to elevate inflammatory markers like CRP, C-reactive protein, raising concerns that chronic overdosing may stimulate immune responses that are anything but benign. Taken together, these findings suggest that the dose makes the nutrient a medicine or a hazard. B vitamins in appropriate amounts support the delicate coordination between brain and heart. They help regulate homocysteine, optimize neurotransmitter balance, and maintain energy flow through mitochondria in both neural and cardiac cells. But when pushed too far, whether through multivitamins, injections, or fortified foods, they can disrupt that balance, unleashing metabolic byproducts that increase oxidative stress, upregulate adhesion molecules like VCM1, and impair endothelial function. This duality poses a challenge for clinicians and consumers alike. On one hand, there's clear evidence that mild deficiencies in B vitamins are associated with neurodegenerative disorders, depression, and increased risk of stroke. On the other hand, supraphysiologic doses, often encouraged by the supplement industry, have no additional benefit and may even do harm. You don't double your brain power by tripling your B12 intake. You might, however, inflame your arteries while trying. The takeaway is less about fearing B vitamins and more about respecting their complexity. They are not simple energy boosters or stress relievers to be taken casually. They are biochemical tools, each with a defined role in enzyme function and gene regulation, and they interact with the cardiovascular system in ways that are still being unraveled. Just as the brain relies on their presence, the heart may suffer from their overabundance. In the end, the brain and heart are not separate kingdoms. They're deeply connected by hormones, blood vessels, immune signals, and shared metabolic pathways. Nutrients that benefit one will almost always affect the other, for better or worse. B vitamins are a perfect example, essential for harmony, risky in excess, and absolutely deserving of more nuanced dosing than the one-size-fits-all approach of today's multivitamin culture. So, if you're taking your B-complex in hopes of boosting your memory, that's fine, but don't forget about your arteries. They might be remembering more than you think.